Our next conversation. The progress of a state should always come before political differences, as development happens when leaders find common ground to govern. In this spirit, the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, invited 27 lawmakers led by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Martin Amaewhule, to a meeting aimed at easing tensions and addressing key governance issues. The invitation sent through the Secretary to the State Government, Tammy Danagogo, was meant to discuss matters like the 2025 budget presentation, a proper venue for assembly sittings and unpaid allowances. However, the lawmakers declined, arguing that the invitation was shared on social media instead of being formally communicated to the House. BK, when you heard of the letter, by the governor, which was signed by the SSG, Tammy Danagogo, to the Martin Amaewhule-led House of Assembly, what do you make of the olive branch, extended to the Assembly members? And also, is this peace in the making?
No, we'll never know at this stage, but don't forget, on this program, I advised him to reach out to them. I even told him that it's possible for him to win some of them to his side. But the people who had been misadvising the governor have made it difficult for him to even see the low-hanging fruits. The hawks around him will tell, no. Otherwise, how will a governor be talking and say, and be telling youths that they are going to
receive
instruction? Absolute rubbish. Which instruction are you talking about? Do you want to tell them to take to violence? So I advised him right here, I think on Friday or so, that look, call them to a meeting. But I would have also expected, because the issue now, the best approach is to first put a call through to the Speaker. Say, gentlemen, in the light of where we find ourselves, let's put Rivers State first.
Egos aside.
The legal battle has ended. Now is the time for us to work together. We are in the service of our people, so let's work together. That call, there's no way that such a call will not disarm the Speaker, because he will feel respected. Now, he too had been ignoring letters that these people have been sending to him. So they must have felt that, okay, now that we've won our case in court, let us show him that we are important too. These are people that you are owing them their salaries. So you are supposed to first reach out through a phone call. Say, gentlemen, there are no issues. Let us agree on the date when I'll come and present this budget, because he has to present that budget.
You have to obey the court.
He has to obey the Supreme Court, not just the court, the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court, yes.
This is not Port Harcourt High Court, Rivers State High Court. It's the Supreme Court. So he has no way, he has to obey. So first, soften the ground. And one way to soften the ground is to make that call. Martin, how you doing now? Look, matter don't end now. Say, we don't come back from court now. I want to see you now. Let's agree on the date when I can come. There is no way that Martin will know that his governor has called him. And the governor, maybe one of the governor's aides called to say, Mr. Governor is waiting to speak with you. There's no way Martin will fail to pick that call. He will feel respected too. And then this call can happen. And from there, they can arrange to have the budget presented. Because we are talking about a 1.1 trillion budget that you got 3 persons to approve. And we were saying, no, this is wrong. But some lawyers and other people were saying, no, 3 people can constitute a house. I don't wonder how they are feeling now. So for me, the governor should still, they are saying that the approach is wrong. Maybe a letter signed by himself.
Yeah, they talked about.
Yes, maybe a letter signed by himself. At least we'll show everyone that, look, he's serious about it. And then, before then, some moves can be made on the ground to reach the Speaker, so that the Speaker will now realize that, look, everything is being sorted out.
Okay.
He has no reason to fear. He has no reason to doubt his intentions and all that. Because look, there has been a lot of bad blood. These were people that you said you were feeding them. You know,
some really
when
harsh
people
words
quarrel,
were
when people
used.
quarrel in this manner, sometimes they are unrestrained in terms of the kind of words that come out of their mouth. But it makes resolution difficult.
True.
You know, so but I still believe that is the right thing to do. They have to work together in the interest of the state.
Okay. Now, Mayor, looking at this letter, you know, is this an olive branch? Is this peace in the making? And also, they talked about the letter signed by the SSG should have been. Do you think that letter was made in a bad taste?
Let me start by saying that perception is everything in politics.
Okay.
So it is important the way something is seen. They cannot really determine your intentions, but the perception of it is very important. Like BKO said, the governor made a fundamental error. Immediately, the Supreme Court made that pronouncement, and it's realized that it's a fait accompli for him to seek peace with the assembly. The first step should have been to call the speaker. That should have been the first step, to call the speaker. The governor didn't do that. That the governor asked the secretary to state government to write the house is in order. There's nothing wrong with that.
Is in order? Nothing wrong with it?
Yes, because the secretary to the state government is the officer that's supposed to take official assignment on behalf of the state. So he can write officially to the speaker to say the governor wants this meeting. I watched the program where a member of House, a former member of House, said the governor should have signed it himself. It does not matter. That is why when you see civil service language, when you hear the civil service language, they will say that I am directed to tell you, directed by the governor.
Okay.
The president, for example, if he wants to make certain letters, he doesn't need to write it himself. It's either the chief of staff of the secretary to state government who will do that. It's in order. The only problem is that they are claiming that it was not done officially, that it was on social media.
They said they didn't even receive that.
That's what I'm saying, that it was done on social media. If that was the case, that is extremely wrong, because it's supposed to be an official state letter addressed to the speaker that was supposed to be handed to the speaker's office and acknowledged. It has to be taken to the speaker's office and acknowledged. If the governor didn't do that, that means the governor has disrespected the office of the speaker and the house. And right now, he cannot afford to do that because, like Trump said when he was, not that I don't like President Trump, like President Trump said when he said Ukraine does not have the cards to play with. Right now, the governor does not have the cards to play with. The Supreme Court was definite in the orders made.
Okay.
So it's important for him to realize that and seek peace with them. And in doing that, he must not be seen to be arrogant or try to condescend in talking to them. He shouldn't do that. He should reach out to the speaker in person, even if the letter is coming. He's supposed to reach out to the speaker to say, look, like Pico said, oh, we've had disagreements, but the court has made pronouncement. Now we have to come together for the goods of the Rivers. In
other words, what you're saying is the timing
people.
Of this letter is wrong.
No,
it's not wrong.
It's not wrong. We are not saying the timing of it is wrong. We are saying the way. No, the way it was. The way it was done.
It was
that's
done.
What, yes, because the house is believing that they were
before the letter goes out.
Yes,
that should have been a communication.
Yeah, that should have been a communication. Reach out to the speaker to say that this, that now it is important for us to work, and we are going to send a letter so that we can meet and try to iron out our differences and all that. And the speaker will have told his people. Even before the
soften the ground.
Even before that meeting, the speaker will have gone to meeting with some of the key principal officers, and they will have met and all that. And then he will now make concessions. But it's important for him to make concessions. These people have not been paying salaries. They have not been paying allowance. Where they are seated is they have problem with the house and a lot of things.
All right, then. It's a fine place for us to leave it. It's a fine place for us to leave it. Mayor, thank you so much for having this conversation with us. Okay, BKO. Prince. BK, thank you so much for having this conversation.
I'm waiting, Oba.
I'm waiting, no?
No.
No, we look forward to that.
You know, I have a feeling that, you know, I'm a very spiritual person.
Okay.
I have a feeling one day is going to be Oba in his
we look forward to that. We look forward to that. All right, and that's it on Journalist Hangout today. You can watch the